Hi guys, welcome to Preston. Come in. We're going to do some poached eggs. Normally do poached eggs most mornings, I'd say, unless I've got a really tough session and then I go for porridge. But poached eggs this morning, and then and I'm going to make it for the girls. Yeah. Today we've got Lucy Tamel. She stayed for almost a week and goes home in about a day and a half. And Millie Tomlinson stayed last night. Just trained with us yesterday and then this morning, and is doing some psychology work with Danny. So did some stuff with him. So yeah, we're cooking for 3.
She's a good cook?
Yeah. I think this is his speciality.
Yeah. And Sunday, I think I made
we had
a pretty good roast. Best day. So it took hours. It's the only day I can do it. Some of the girls will just come up, obviously, for a day or a training session or a practice match or something like that. There's not a load of girls around this area, so Lucy's been coming. Will come for a few days at a time, a couple of times a year maybe. And then just occasionally really, but it's nice every now and again. It breaks it up. I'm kind of full on busy with my training, try to get to Sheffield once a week. I've been getting on court with Nick since he retired, and train with Mark Campbell, who's the GB boxing coach in Sheffield, so I try and get there once a week and see both of them. Try to get to Harrogate CDP as well, so kind of a lot of driving, and so it's nice when people come to me and they stay over. I've got a couple of days at home where I can just train and get some work under my belt.
Who is this, Laura?
This is Woody. He's 1-year-old Labradoodle.
So what's your day got in store?
Loads. Coaching this morning, then going to Manchester to see Paul. Back coaching again, back tea, playing tonight. Still play.
Are you any good?
Still beat Lucy the other day.
Still batter Lucy. Not played Millie yet, but I wouldn't mind playing her.
Wouldn't have a chance yet.
Yeah. Yeah, busy day for me because I don't normally do anything.
2 court sessions or training sessions, and today got yoga as well. So yeah, just 2 and something a bit extra normally that's not a bit low level. Glute circuit to start. Fire up the glutes before we go on court, and then some little bit of mobility before we get onto court. Ready? And then after you've done 10, you're going to pulse at the top of the 10.
We're going to do some alley work at some point, and then 2 in the front, 1 in the back, knocking it in, and then I'll just sort of make it up as I go along, like I always do.
Good session. It's always good. That a lot of our sessions are always based a lot around what technical stuff we're doing, and then trying to put it into some physical practice, pressure it a little bit. So it was good. Sometimes three on a court can mean that the workload isn't as hard, but then today it was really good because we were doing quite fast, intense stuff, and a lot of it at the front of the court, so it was nice to get a little bit of respite at times. So yeah, it was good. Bit of court to finish. Session done. Just finished, quick shower, and then up for some lunch before the second session.
What's the plan now?
Lunch is over, so another session on court. Got quite a tough ghosting session, which is built into some shot on ghost and some ghosting for the entire session, so it's really good. I've been building up over the last, I think I've done 4 sessions. This will be the 5th session. It's the biggest and the longest, so it's all been accumulating to this big session, which will be the last one I do before the next tournament. The last session that I did was about 40 minutes, and this one's bigger, so there's not a lot of rest within that time, so I'd imagine it's going to be probably getting on towards the hour mark. So yeah, it'll be a big mental push, and hopefully feel good after it. Danny's having a coffee, so obviously we're not starting yet.
Let me know when I get closer. Winterland, you're my sailing ship. Guide me when you head for your trip. Right out of this wicked black and into bright sand. Straight toward the warm sun and into his hands. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer. Winterland, whisper in my ear, make my troubles all disappear. Way on this wicked black, I'll feel the soft sand right under the warm sun in his hands. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer. When I get closer. Let me know when I get closer. Open up the sky for me. When you say I'll dig much deeper, I will shout. Let me know when I get closer. Open up the sky for me. When you say I'll dig much deeper, I will shout. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer. When I get closer, will I get closer? Will I get closer?
That was ace, well done.
How you feeling, Laura?
Just sore. Her muscles were tired. We were building that session up over the last few weeks, so it was, like a really big one to get done. So yeah, like mentally really feeling positive, and I felt like I stayed strong through the whole session, which is good. Even when I was tired, that's what I feel like I was looking for before the match. So.
1 hour 3?
Yeah. Yeah. Took quite a bit of building up to get to that.
It's definitely fitness in the bank, and I've been really enjoying this last period as well. So, just sort of had a bit of a realisation of trying to play with a little bit more enjoyment, and so that's what I've been building towards in my training. Trying to generally have that attitude at this point in my career. I've got nothing left that I need to prove to myself, so try to go on, step on the court and enjoy it, win or lose. Enjoy and play with freedom that I feel like I've earned the right. I've earned the right to give back myself that now. So that's what I've been trying to enjoy during my training, and I feel like I've had a lot more enthusiasm and likeness to my training the last few weeks. So if it comes out on the tournament court, that's great. If not, then I've enjoyed the process of the training a bit more than I have been doing. So. You know, I always feel like I got a lot from the elder generation above me, Cassie and Linda and, you know, Fiona, you know, Vicky and Tanya, who were a little bit younger than those, but joining in on senior squads, not necessarily, you know, speaking to them, but just being around them and being able to soak in, you know, what it meant to be at the top of the game and to be on court with them and feel their level. So I feel like in a way that's my bit of giving back, to, you know, make myself available, if that makes sense, to be able to, you know, hit with the girls, the England girls, and obviously Lucy's by far good enough to train with, so it's helpful for me to have a training partner, and hopefully helpful for her, like she plays me and hopefully goes on at, you know, the 5, 10, 15k tournaments that she's playing, and feels that it's a little bit slower pace than maybe what she's trained with me. So yeah, if it helps her along, that's great. And just trying to, you know, spend half the time telling stories, and, you know, like being like you say, it's just being around, eating together, chatting together, and then the training bit as well is obvious, I guess. So yeah, I enjoy it too. You know, she keeps me up to date with all what's happening in the world of a 19-year-old. I know what's lit and what's peng. I didn't even know what that was before. So it's good fun, and you know, kind of brings a lightheartedness to some of my training, which is, you know, sometimes the downside of what I bring quite a lot of seriousness to it. So yeah, it's been fun. Good. Left hip was a bit tight after the old ghosting session, but yeah, it's good because, as you probably saw, a lot of the poses are, you know, really similar to the lunge positions that we get in. So making sure that you know, you get a really good stretch out on those areas. And kind of, when I don't do yoga regularly, I pick up little niggles without realising it. So I try to keep on top of it, and then it just feels like it irons out my body and keeps me tall in how I move, and yeah, just a little bit looser around the hips, because if your hips get tight, then you pick up, then other areas take over, and before you know it, you've got, you know, a little tweak somewhere. So good. I'm hungry. I'm glad the day's almost done.
We're having salmon with pumpkin gnocchi, this stuff. It's really good. Probably put some pesto in it, and then we're gonna make vegetables to go on the side.
I try to have a pretty well balanced diet. I stay away from dairy as much as I can, so normally just have dairy alternatives for that. I think it's important to have some nice treats as well, because it helps your mind and helps you stay, you know, just happy and training. So I'm not like ridiculously strict. At the end of the day, we're not a weight categorised sport, so you don't have to be ridiculous, but a healthy all-round diet, and sort of learned over the years the difference between eating a carbohydrate and a protein and sugar and how much you should be having a day, and that was a big eye-opener for me, I think. So yeah. To be fair, that's a bloody good looking veg medley, that.
Oh yeah.
So Lucy, what would you call this dish of yours?
Portobello.
Surprise.
Thanks for coming, Squash TV. Hope you've enjoyed the day, but right now we've got some beauty work to take care of and you're not invited.